buitenlandse sekswerkers in Suriname, vooral de sekswerkers uit de Dominicaanse Republiek, de Dominicanen zoals we dat kennen in Suriname, die ondervinden heel veel problemen wel eens, maar zij kunnen nergens terecht. Vandaar dat er dus in samenwerking met de Franse ambassade en wat andere Franse organisaties nu een kantoor geopend is aan de verlengde Hogestraat. Zaterdag vond dan in aanwezigheid van heel wat genodigden, ook vanuit de Franse ambassade, ook vanuit het kabinet van de president, dan ook de opening plaats van het kantoor. Het wordt dan in Frankrijk genoemd een antenne, maar in Suriname praten we over een kantoor, welke dan geopend is geworden met heel veel speeches, verschillende sprekers die dan aan het woord zijn geweest en die allemaal stil hebben gestaan bij het openen van zo'n kantoor voor buitenlandse sekswerkers. TBN PRIMEALERT die was er ook aanwezig en wij voeren nu naar het volgende verslag.
It is a real pleasure to be here today and to present to you the Amaralise project. It's a joint initiative dedicated to protect migrant women and supporting them to exit from prostitution between the Dominican Republic and Suriname. At the heart of this project, there is a clear perspective. We are guided by an abolitionist approach. We know this is a complex and sometimes delicate and sensitive debate. But in our work, we see prostitution as a part of a broader reality of gender-based violence and the structural inequalities, especially for women in situations of vulnerability and migration. And this is why we focus on protection of rights and create real alternative opportunities for those women who want to leave the situation of exploitation. And now, why the Dominican Republic? Why Suriname? Why the London Hogestraat 35? Why this place? Amaralise is not just a name of a project. Amaralise was a Dominican woman that was killed the 22nd November 2022. Here, just here. I was there. And so, this is where Amaralise began. I'm sorry. And probably we should choose a different place, maybe a nice area, a prestigious area, but we choose to be here because here everything began. Amaralise project began. Across the world, migration is increasingly shaped by gender. Women and girls are more of the half of the displaced person. And yet, the journey are often marked by risk, such as violence, trafficking, and exploitation. And too often, the invisibility. What makes this project necessary is also what it makes it different. Because this risk does not exist only in one place, in one country. They exist along the entire journey. And too often, the women does not receive the support in those journeys. A woman can find help in a country, but as soon as she leaves the country, she loses everything, also the protection. So we asked ourselves, what would it mean to be something that doesn't stop at the borders, something that is along the way with the women? And this is how Amaralise project was designed, as a parallel coordinated intervention in both countries, Dominican Republic and Suriname. They are not separate actions, but one shared approach, implementing to different places at the same time. In practical terms, what this project allows us to do, provide consistent information so women receive the same messages, no matter where they are, ensure continuity of care, especially for women facing sexual exploitation, strengthen cross-border referrals so the support doesn't stop at the border, and build a shared understanding of what really happening along these routes and journeys. Because migration routes connect territories, violence travel along those routes, and the protection must be there too. The project is built on three main pillars. The first one is the access to information and structural support, including safe and dignified voluntary return of those women. The second, prevention awareness, work on links between migration, trafficking, and prostitution. The third, the least but not the last, access to healthcare and protection service, such as medical, psychology, and social care. This work is only possible thanks to the strong partnership between Widjai d'ailleurs and MUDA, our local partners in the Dominican Republic. Thanks to our team in the ground, I really thank you, girls. Alisa Grant, Melissa Ventura, and in Dominica, Katuska Payano. Thank you for the work that you're doing every day since many, many months, for certain people, many years. A special thanks to BFN's Teaching Bureau. It's a long partnership, and they support us for the logistic support. Over the 2 years, the project will be active in key areas such as in Santo Domingo, in Pedernales, in Paramaribo, in Albina. Always stay connected to the borders. What we are building together is a continuous chain of protection. As a system where borders do not interrupt support, where women are not left alone at any stage of their journey, because the women we work with do not live just in a country, and their rights should not stop at any border. We would also like to sincerely thank our donor, the Agence Française de Développement, for his trust and commitment. Thank you. La Fondation Rajel Daniel Markovici for the strong dedication to women's rights worldwide. This support is not only financial, it's a clear message to all of us that this work matters and this is a shared responsibility. But beyond all of this structure, partnership, coordination, action, activities, this project is above all about people, about women. Women who have been silenced and who deserve to be heard again. Women who have been exploited and who deserve the chance to rebuild. Women on the move who should never be left alone. Amaralai is not just a project, it's a bridge between countries, between systems, and most importantly, between women and their rights.
I am the French Development Agency's AED country representatives for Suriname, and it is a privilege and an honor, really, to participate today to the official opening of the Buitenlandse Antenna in Paramaribo. This moment marks not just the launch of a new office, but the deepening of Buitenlandse and partners' commitment to the women and communities it serves across the Caribbean. This antenna is more than a physical space. It's a symbol of hope, collaboration, and action. It stands as a statement to what we can achieve when we unite across borders, cultures, and sectors to address one of the most pressing challenges of our time, the protections and empowerment of migrant women. Migration in the Caribbean is not just a movement of people, it's a journey, as you mentioned, fraught with risks, especially for women and girls. Along that journey, they face, as it was already mentioned, sexual violence, human trafficking, forced marriages, and exploitation. The road between the Dominican Republic and Suriname is particularly perilous, with women and often trapped in cycles of abuse and prostitution. This is why we are here. This is why Buitenlandse, alongside their partners, MUDA and BFN, launched the Amaralai project to break these cycles, restore dignity, and create pathways to safety and opportunities. Supported by France via the French Development Agencies and the Rajah Daniel Markovici Foundation, the Amaralai project is a bold collaborative initiative. With the opening of this antenna in Paramaribo, a presence on the ground will facilitate direct access for women to the support and resources they need to rebuild their lives. AFD support goes beyond funding. It is a partnership built on shared goals: gender equality, health, reducing inequalities. AFD's flexible and long-term engagement allows to adapt, innovate, and scale impact. We are also deeply grateful to the different partners, because since I began to work here in Suriname 3.5 years ago now, I have been a strong advocate for the necessity of cooperation and coordination, because only by working together we can address the complex challenges we face and create lasting, sustainable, and meaningful change. In closing, I want to highlight the dedication, incredible work, and courage of the members of Nantille d'ailleurs. In particular, I would like to acknowledge Lavinia, with whom I regularly exchange ideas sorry, and who embodies the spirit of this organization. As a small token of appreciation, I would like to present her with this book of the legends of the colibri, hummingbird, a story that reminds us that all of the importance of individual commitments, no matter how small our actions may seem in the face of the immense challenges of our world. Each of us, in our own way, can make a difference. We support it through AFD, of course, Agence Française de Développement, and thank you for your involvement, but we support as well politically and morally. And I am quite moved because this will be the first French organization of the civil society establishing headquarters, not headquarters, but an antenna here in Suriname. So this is very important. I would say that for France, the defense of the rights of girls and women is a priority. We have what we call a feminist diplomacy. And now, all over the world, not only in Suriname, but wherever French diplomats are sent, one of their missions is to look at the situation of women and girls and to see how the situation can be bettered. There is no project, and AFD knows something about it, there is no project that France will support anywhere on earth if there is no gender component. I don't like it because it sounds very, very cold, but an angle which is about women and the place of women and of their rights. Pierre, you talked about your meetings with Lavinia. I must say that the meeting we had was for me an eye-opener, I guess for you as well. But the reality you described then to me about a world that I didn't know, that I was not aware of, a world which is frightening, which is an underworld, an underground, but for many, many women it is their world. So for me it was really an eye-opener. I don't have the occasions to know about these women and what they go through, and thanks again to you, because thanks to this meeting and the activity that you are doing, I think we are all growing together. Makandra, someone working. I wanted just to add one word, which is about sorority. You see here, sisterhood in motion. Sisterhood in motion, if I understand correctly, is the motto of D'Antille et d'ailleurs. D'Antille d'ailleurs. There is an app which has been invented in, I think, by French developers, which is an app you can check on your phones. If some of you have phones, it's called Sorority. It's an app designed for women, and when they feel some situation of unsafety, they can press a button, and immediately all the members of the linked with the app will call, will say what's going on, can we help, and so forth. I'm not sure that this app has been established here for Paramaribo. I know that it is active in Martinique, in St. Lucia, probably in Guadeloupe, and maybe in French Guiana, I'm not very sure. But sorority, I think we will soon make a presentation at the Alliance Française, because it is an app which has saved many lives, including women who were almost committing suicide, they called, and they were saved. So I think it's very important. I will end here, thanking you once again for all your participation, and I want to tell you that we will be on your side, and we will be more than happy to bring official delegations to your antenna in the future.
To defending the rights of women and for its tireless efforts in combating gender-based violence, human trafficking, and discrimination. Your work, particularly in supporting migrant women, who often find themselves among the most vulnerable, deserves our deep respect and continued partnership. Today's inauguration, within the framework of the Amaralaisi project, represents more than the opening of an office. It marks a significant step forward in strengthening regional collaboration to address complex and deeply rooted challenges that transcend borders. Gender-based violence and sexual exploitation are not confined to one country or to one community. They are global issues that demand coordinated, sustained, and compassionate responses. The protection of women and girls is not only a moral imperative, but also a fundamental pillar of sustainable development, social justice, and national resilience. A society cannot truly prosper if its women live in fear, exclusion, or inequality. In this regard, the Amaralaisi project reflects a shared regional vision, one that prioritizes prevention, enhances protection mechanisms, and ensures comprehensive support for survivors, particularly in migration and transitional contexts where risks are heightened. Such initiatives are essential in safeguarding dignity and restoring agency. The establishment of this antenna here today strengthens our collective capacity to respond. It creates a space not only to support services, but also for awareness, advocacy, and empowerment. It stands as a symbol of solidarity across borders, across institutions, and across communities. We reaffirm Suriname's commitment to working alongside regional and international partners to combat gender-based violence and human trafficking. This includes strengthening legal framework, improving access to services, and investing in public awareness and education. But equally important to our commitment to listening to the voices of women, especially those whose experiences often remain unheard. Ladies and gentlemen, true progress lies not only in policy, but in practice. It lies in ensuring that every woman, regardless of her background or status, has access to safety, to justice, and to opportunity. It lies in building systems that do not respond only to violence, but actively prevent it. As we inaugurate this office today, let us recognize it both as an achievement, but also as a responsibility. An achievement in what has already been realized, through collaboration and dedication, and a responsibility to continue advancing this critical work with urgency and purpose. On behalf of the President, I extend sincere appreciation to all partners involved in making this initiative a reality. Your efforts contribute meaningfully to a safer, more just, and more inclusive region. I wish this new antenna every success in its mission to accompany women towards safety, dignity, and autonomy.
It is with great humility and pride that I stand before you tonight as the representative of Dada in Suriname. The opening of the Paramaribo Antenna of Amaralese is a milestone, not only for our organization, but for every woman and girl whose safety, dignity, and future depends on stronger prevention, protection, and access to justice. My deepest thanks to His Excellency, Nicolas Lacoste, the Cabinet of the President, the ADF, our donors, and all institutional partners for your trust and partnership. Your presence and support make possible the practical survivor-centered services and community outreach that Amaralese will deliver here in Paramaribo. I want to recognize the courage of survivors and tireless commitment of civil society, local leaders, and frontline professionals who have guided the design of this project, especially Simona. Amaralese parallel and coordinated work with our colleagues in Dominican Republic, Katushka, reflects our conviction, trafficking, and gender-based violence require regional solidarity and shared responses. As Dada in Suriname, we commit to listening to survivors, centering women and girls in every decision, and working hand in hand with the government, law enforcement, health, and social services, community groups to prevent exploitation, offer comprehensive care, and ensure accountability for perpetrators. To our team, who turned vision into reality, thank you for your dedication. To everyone here, your expertise, networks, ongoing engagement will be vital to the success and sustainability of this antenna. This inauguration marks the beginning and continued deliberate work. Let us move forward with compassion, urgency, and shared commitment to make Suriname a safer place for all women and girls. A special thanks and lots of love to Lavinia, Simona, also Melissa, and Katushka. Thank you very much. As the representative, official representative of Dada in Suriname, I would now like to invite you for some refreshments. I think some of you already took some. But let's have a splendid time together tonight. I'm very overwhelmed, and Simona and Lavinia know what we've been through to reach this point, and it's finally here. Let's work together. Yes?